Hello. How many of you guys have smoked marijuana before? Or know someone who has smoked marijuana? If other people were to find out, how do you think they would react about that situation? Well, today, I will be informing you on what the pros and cons are to legalizing marijuana in the state of New Mexico. While legalizing marijuana in New Mexico can be a negative thing due to the increase of teen use and traffic violations and accidents, there can also be a positive side to this due to the increase in job opportunities, economic revenue, and crime rates will possibly go down. To start off, the negatives we see in legalizing marijuana is traffic violations and accidents that could lead to fatal deaths as well. After legalizing marijuana in the state of Colorado, we saw that the traffic death rates rose 62%. The AAA Foundation's Safety also reported that fatal crashes involving marijuana have doubled after they have legalized it. Jim Leal, a former chief of police in California, said, "You are commercializing a product that is just going to put more impaired drivers on the road, worsening a problem that we already have." Marijuana can also affect the younger generation as well, which we could be seen as a negative, due to the fact that it might be easier to get access to once they legalize it, because if they smoke it, it will affect the development of their brains, and as being such young, your brain isn't fully developed yet. We also see by having it more accessible, it could bring people to have damage to their brains, like their white matter, which helps communication between neurons, and this is an extremely important part of your brain. On the other hand, we see a lot of positives to legalizing marijuana, not in just New Mexico, but the United States overall. We see that a lot of job opportunities have rose from this. Leafly fourth annual cannabis industry job reports 243,700 Americans employed in legal cannabis industries, and 33,700 jobs were just added last year for people to be employed at. Our governor, Michelle Lujan Grisham, even agrees to legalizing weed. She says, "I believe legalization will be one of the largest job creation programs in state history. There will also be opportunities statewide for decades to come. I look forward to continuing to work with lawmakers to get the job done and make sure to get the job done right." Legalizing marijuana will help people who are unable to get their medical card as well, with issues they are currently having. For example, it helps people who have anxiety, sleeping problems, chronic pain, as well as arthritis. One survey showed that 58% of medical cannabis users saw a reduction of anxiety and stress, and 92% said it has helped them with a lot of their medical conditions like arthritis and chronic pain. Firsthand, I have seen this with someone who has had a lot of mental issues, and it has helped them a lot from being on medications to switching to the medical card and getting cannabis. With it being legalized, I believe that it will even help more people that aren't able to get their medical card as well. Also, another really good pro is that the crime rates may decrease. Taylor West, which is a former deputy director at the National Cannabis Industry Association, states, "We're not seeing any increase in crime rates through marijuana, we're seeing lower crime rates, and there are good rational reasons for that. We're really beginning to cripple the crime market, which is where the violence actually occurs." In states where marijuana was legalized, crime rates went down 11.2% per 100,000 people. Lastly, tourism, baking, food, real estate, construction, and transportation all may benefit from legalizing marijuana, and we also will see an increase in revenue and in tax revenue as well. In Colorado alone, $40 million marijuana tax revenue went to public schools construction, and $105 million of those dollars went to housing programs, mental health programs among jails, and health programs in middle schools. In conclusion, today I was here to inform you about the pros and cons to legalizing marijuana in New Mexico, and I still stand firm that we do have pros and cons that could weigh both ways and lawmakers to make their right or wrong decision.